Olsztyn is a village with 376 inhabitants in the geographic centre of the Trans-Danubian region of Hungary. This is the gateway to Baranya Chine. The coordinates: latitude 46 degrees 19.5 minutes north, longitude 18 degrees 15 minutes east. The height above sea level is 170 metres. It is located 58 kilometres north from Pécs, which has the honorary title of Cultural Capital of Europe in 2010. The village was built partly on steep hills and partly in a valley. It is bordered by hills from the east and 4 lakes made by the damming of the Habit Channel. Its surroundings are clean and ordered. The climate of this part of Hungary is sub-Mediterranean. The summers are warm with many hours of sunshine. The winters can be cold and the rainfall is moderately low. The main area of the village covers 65 hectares, the equivalent of around 65 football fields. Its exterior area is 1,237 hectares. You arrive in the village of Olsztyn on the road from the neighbouring small town of Magoc. The road ends here, so there's no through traffic. The children can walk and play in the village in safety. It is a very secure and peaceful environment. The village can also be accessed by train. Records show the existence of a village here from at least 700 years ago. The present name of the village can first be found in 12,094 as Mochalai. Through the centuries, many nationalities have settled in the village. The landowners were the families Bodo, Percel and Stan Kovansky. Between 1949 and 1990, the population of Olsztyn went from 748 to 348. Some of the inhabitants were deported, others moved to surrounding towns due to the lack of work opportunities. Prior to 1990, local government was centred on larger villages and towns. Olsztyn was one of the villages without any role. As a result of this, many small villages, including Olsztyn, were under-resourced with little investment in new buildings and infrastructure. The villages had no independent administration or institutions. However, the village has maintained its community spirit. The Club for Friends of Olsztyn was established in 1986, prior to the system change, and this group first stood up for the rural development concepts of the local government. The future concept of the village was first started in 1991 with the mentoring of the newly established Village Development Association. Then, in 1992, it continued with the support of the teachers and students of the János Pannonius University of Pécs, Faculty of Further Education and Human Resources Department. It was completed later in 1999 and 2000. Olsztyn was namely one of the villages which could take part in the model research of the Foundation for the Development of the Civil Society. The direct objective of the programme was the preparation of the development strategy of the village based on consent, the strengthening of the village identity, the activation and development of the resources, the increase of the citizens' activity and the generation of partnerships. The participants of the community's concept from September 1999 to August 2000 were the inhabitants and the descendants of the village, the members of the local government and local business people. 50 people have participated in the programme. Following a future research workshop, which lasted for 3 days, the community planned the future and the development programmes of the village for the next 10 years. Groups were established for the development of the individual programme packages. These included projecting, contract writing and volunteer organisation. Later, the ideas defining the development of the village have come from the programme participants. A further result of the collective work is the change of attitude. the strengthening of the community feeling and the local identity. The establishment of new civil organisations, the more conscious operation of the existing ones, the increase of the citizen activity, the strengthening of the cooperation between the sectors and the development of the relationship between the citizens and the local government. The rural development work from concept to realisation is supported by skilled experts who give advice and support to the individual projects. Among our permanent experts, there are sociologists, village research workers, architects, rural engineers, horticultural engineers, energy experts, biologists, IT experts, economists, legal practitioners, agricultural economists, and artists. The partnerships with the organisations in each sector, government, NGOs, for-profit, from local to national level, are very important in the development of the village. That's why the village is involved very strongly in the work of the different organisations. Alsomochalad is also a practical place for students. The students of the Corvinus University of Budapest, the St. István University of Gödöllő, and the University of Pécs spend many weeks here. They compare what they have learnt with real life. Fresh ideas and work prepared during their practice give further help to their development. The enthusiasm and energy within the community of the village are manifested in the work of 11 currently active civil organisations. At present, 3 local government institutions and 3 economic ventures are operating in order to realise the rural development concepts. Our local government is open. It shares its results and experiences with the interested rural development experts, mayor, students and other organisations. The mayor of the village participates in the activity of the Mayor's Academy. He acts as teacher in the education of mayors. One result of investing in the future is that the village has been modernised. It has all the modern conveniences that you would find throughout Europe. We have constructed the village hall, which accommodates the rural district for the maintenance of the 5 villages: Alsomochalad, Gerényes, Kisvasár, Kobleny and Salatnak. The IT house, the post office, the minority and youth local governments and different NGOs. Its conference room is suitable for exhibitions and programmes for 40 to 50 people. We have built a forest school and a student hostel, which welcome pupils through the year. 3 rooms with 10, 16 and 18 beds are available for the groups, mainly pupils, students going to summer camp. The standard of service and the satisfaction is proven by the regularly returning groups. The Ursifania Home for the Elderly was established in 2006. It accommodates 40 elderly people and the necessary nursing staff. It has a kitchen which can provide up to 100 meals and caters for all meals every day of the week. The conference centre and the guest house were built with a grant provided by the SOPARD programme. It has 120 square metres conference room and 4 double bedrooms. The service house was constructed in 2008. The health centre is open every day of the week for everybody to use, whatever their age. The forest gymnastic court and teaching trail established in the Virag Shuru is unique both functionally and aesthetically. The visitors can test their agility and strength on the wooden fitness course. Along the teaching trail, there is information about forest life and the flora and fauna. In the middle of the valley at the brook, there is a cooking and rest area. The village centre, playground and streets have been modernised. Many of the public areas are decorated with beautiful wooden carvings. Guests are welcomed by the clean and attractive surroundings of our peaceful village. This is a carved statue of Saint Istvan, the first king of Hungary and one of the most important figures in Hungarian history. The Roman Catholic Church was built at the beginning of the 19th century in classic style. Its patron is St. Ondráš. His carved statue welcomes you as you enter the village. The local government of Alsó-Mocsalád protects the natural and created environment of the village. During its developments, the most important aspects are the economic efficiency, the sustainability, the effectiveness, the energy saving, and the application of renewable energy sources. The planning regulations of the village define the values to be protected, ensuring the preservation of the traditional style and structure of the village, avoiding overpopulation. The local government attempts to adapt the new buildings to fit in with the traditional village. The village has 19 protected architectural and natural values: houses, fencing, economic buildings, sculptures, crosses, sacred places, trees and plants, which are protected and maintained mostly by the local government. The local government contributes financially to those protected values in the possession of private persons and the church. To ensure a modern, environment-friendly economy, the local government established the Hedge Hat Cereal Trading In-Service Cooperative in 2000 and the Company of Marlborough 2002 Limited in the year 2002. The second company cultivates the majority of the agricultural properties in the possession of the local government and private people. It grows mainly cereals. It exercises production according to the conditions of the agricultural environment husbandry, protecting the environment. The surface soils are cultivated with modern machinery. Owing to the continuous training of the workers, the application of insecticides and artificial fertilizers is kept to the absolute minimum. The cereals produced are stored in the grain elevator with a capacity of 10,000 tonnes. This was purchased by the local government in 2002. More than 10% of the area administrated by Untitled is forest. In 2000, the forest owners established the first Forest Holder Association of Untitled, the primary target of which is an efficient, environmentally friendly forestry industry. The association takes care of the protection of the forest's health. They protect its flora and fauna. The dead or diseased trees are removed and cleared away, and then replanting starts. In the 4 lakes around the village, there is a planned fish farm and recreational fishing is performed. Motorised boats are not allowed on the lakes, and to fish from such vehicles is forbidden. The person who rents the lake is obliged to take care of the protection of the fish stock in the lakes to ensure the breeding and well-being of the fish stock. Similar to the Forest Nature Trail, a teaching path along the lakeside is planned. The local government has a good relationship with the companies operating in the area of the village. As a result of this, the local companies prefer to employ local people. The industrial tax paid by these companies significantly supports local developments. The biggest employer in the area of Untitled is the factory of Pick Incorporate, which provides 345 people with work. Local government is the biggest employer in the area, employing 30 people. Untitled is committed to protecting the environment. It will further maintain the landscape, the silence, the calm, the clean air, the village structure and its built and natural values. At the same time, we attempt to show these values and to serve the people in a manner so these values continue. The environment-conscious attitude started some years ago with the rehabilitation of the natural values and has remained undiminished since. During any modernisation and development, a solution that is environmentally friendly is chosen wherever it is possible. An example of this is the sewage water cleaning system, which cleans the sewage water of the village not with a chemical but with a biological method. As a result of the conscious, complex rural development works based on the demands and needs of the population, the number of the inhabitants has increased since 2005. The local government has developed an improvement programme for the youth to help maintain the population of the village. People intending to build a home in the village receive a plot of land free of charge. Also, the citizens of the member states of the European Community settle happily in Ulster. At present, there are citizens from the Netherlands, Germany, Belgium and the United Kingdom in 12 homes. They say the wonderful landscape, the clean air, the peaceful surroundings, the lack of light pollution and the beautiful sunsets over the lakes, which cannot be enjoyed in many countries these days, have attracted and kept them in Ulster. The rural development work does not stop. The reconstruction of the village centre is continuing. Now the renewal of the internal water drainage and the interior roads is on the agenda. Shortly we can start the reconstruction of the connection road between Margoch and Ulster. As phase 2 of the guest house and conference centre, further accommodation for 32 people is to be constructed. On the land bought in the village centre, a complex recreation centre shall be erected. The lake nearest to the centre of the village is operated as a fishing lake. We also plan to build a fish farm and reconstruct the surroundings of the lake. The Forest School moves to a new building which will operate also as interactive centre for students. Ulster plays a very important role in the tourism of the microregion. We would like to increase this role in the future. Ulster hopes to continue investing in the future work on the foundation of different partnership programmes. We believe that our village has a future. This future does not depend on the number of people living here, but their capabilities. It depends on whether we are able to recognise and appreciate our own values, and are we able to show them to Hungary and Europe. The question is, are we able to adapt the European way of thinking, which will help us to succeed. We know that a nostalgic village rescue is not necessary, but the collective appreciation of tradition and modernisation, the cooperation between the elderly and the young, both being able to look forward to a secure and happy future side by side in Ulster. The development of Ulster is depending mainly on the quality of life of its inhabitants, the richness of the connections between people and the ability to cooperation and work together. We look forward to seeing you in Ulster.